Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to discuss a couple of features that, in my opinion, should be added to the next installment of Grand Theft Auto. They're not arbitrary, they're not some type of obscure nonsense that you'd look at and say, why would anybody ever need that? I can assure you, these will add a great deal of leverage to your customization with cars. Maybe leverage isn't the right word. Possibilities. We're going to back it in here to Benny's just to give ourselves more of a pleasing look. While the shadows are very off, it actually kind of looks like we're hovering, and we better not back into that propane. Okay, so let's get to modifying it because I want to illustrate this in a way that, you know, shows that you could actually be doing this yourself. I'm going to add the spoiler here. I actually kind of like the spoiler. Where's it at? That one. Right there. The front bumper, we're going to have to do a wide body. You'll see why soon. The rear bumper, not even going to be able to see it, but again, going to have to be the wide body. The side skirts, we'll keep them stock, and again, this looks like a monstrosity, but I assure you it will come together. I don't even know what the chassis is. The bonnet, we'll give ourselves a nice type of aggressive hood there. The left wing, there we go. See, now it's coming together with the wide body. The right wing, again, it extends the rear. The engine will upgrade all of that. Suspension is going to be lowered, and now I think it would actually do better with high-end wheels. They're larger. They fit more appropriately. These will be just fine. The trunk, I think it's just the badging. Aerials, it's the rear lights. I don't like them. We'll throw on some headlights, make them blue because we're a tuner. And the tint. I hate the tint because it even tints the headlights. So here are the features that I'm talking about. The first one, which is an absolute necessity. Have you ever noticed that when you are modifying a car in Grand Theft Auto and you add a wide body to it, or even some type of extensions, they call them flares, the wheels aren't compensated for the extension. So what I would like to do, personally, is have a menu like this, V-Stancer. So at least you could look at the rear track width, extend it slightly, the front track width, extend it even more so, and like that, you've got a great looking car. I mean, look how much better that looks. No one would be caught dead driving around in the initial modification where the wheels are stuck in. And it's like, I wish there was at least some type of option where it would automatically displace the wheels so that they're sticking out to a more appropriate fitment. So that would be it, you know, a menu that allows you to stance your car, to have it sit in a way you want. Modify the fitment by your own volition, and not just add flares to it and have it look absolutely absurd. Now here's the second one. Let's go into the color option, and of course, if you look at the colors that we have, we've got, oh wow, that's beautiful. We've got a pretty decent spectrum. We really do. There's a lot to pick from. I would like to have an option. We actually had, look at this, a custom color. And I could use just the RGB, maybe a type of color wheel would be more appropriate. And I could use a slider or a color wheel to actually create custom colors. Well, you're not creating them. It's not a color that, you know, you're not some omnipotent creator that can actually bring new colors into the world, but you can certainly select a color that is not predetermined. So this is my finished product. You don't have to like it, but the idea is that it's a color that otherwise would not be able to be chosen through the pre-selected options. Sort of this light magenta. I don't think it looks terrible. But again, More choices are always better. And it's also cool because it wouldn't even need to be like, 1,000 more shades of purple added. No, just, again, give me a color wheel and we are all set. Look at this guy pulling up, trying to put me to shame. Okay, let's actually move on out of here now, so I can show you the next thing that would be a good addition. Look at him modifying that. Why would you park right next to me, you fool? Yeah, come to think of it, that is a pretty bad color. Bad as in good. What I'm saying is that we should have an ability to choose our exhaust options. I don't know what it would be. I don't know how they would figure out the tuning process, but even here, if I want to, I can go into engine audio. And, this doesn't make it much better because you're just picking cars that already exist, like a Veka, for example. Let's just say we did a V10 swap. Now, the car sounds like a Veka. I guess what I'm saying is that audio in Grand Theft Auto, for the vehicles specifically, is paramount to having an immersive experience. It doesn't matter how good the car looks, it doesn't matter how detailed the exterior or interior is, how good the graphics are. If it sounds like a go-kart, everybody knows that it just falls apart. The illusion of reality crumbles immediately because nobody wants to drive around in a car that sounds like it's powered by a 9-volt battery. So I'm going to drive around and let's see what you think with our new features that hopefully will be added to the next game. Now this actually looks kind of real. Down on this street. Wonder what the top speed of this car is even. Excuse me, fella. I like the anti-lag, personally. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Obnoxious, but for the best. Man, this is not a fast car. What a shame. I was expecting at least 130, but not like downhill, proper 130. So here's one more thing I actually forgot about, and that would be a handling editor. So you're not gonna understand what any of this stuff means unless you've messed with this before. But Rockstar would probably be able to implement it in a way that is much more digestible to the normal person. And you can see here, it's just, how much does the car weigh, the front drive bias, I believe that makes it whether it's front wheel, all wheel, rear wheel, the actual drive inertia, the type of torque that you have, the top speed that you're working with, the initial drive, the brake force, do you want the brake bias in the front or in the back, the traction curve. So, I mean, if I were to drop the traction curve here, all the way down to, let's just go to 1 even, you'll see how much we lose. You'll see how much traction we lose. And of course, this would open the door to making drift builds, but tailored to your own specifications, not just ultra slidey tires or not. So let's see. Do we have way less traction? Let's hope. Yeah, way less. Yeah, we still have traction. It's just there's a larger gap from when you lose it. game looks great too. I hope they'll consider some of these. I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, they're obviously not just gonna keep the same type of tuning choices with a game that will probably be one of the best-selling games of all time. And the car culture in Grand Theft Auto is unparalleled. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Merely suggestions as to what, in my opinion, should be added to the next installment. Thanks for watching. I do a lot of car tuning videos and things like that. I like cars. Subscribe, comment. What do you think should be added? And I'll see you next time.